International Builder Show 2023, the entire Build Show Network crew, minus Zach, made it down to Las Vegas for the show. And on this particular video, we've got CJ. CJ Nelson is owner of CNC Electric out of California. CJ is going to run down the best, the newest, and the coolest things that he saw from an electrician's perspective. But stay tuned this week, guys. We actually have new content every single day this week from IBS 2023. That being said, CJ, take it away.
All right, CJ here with the Build Show, and we are at the Span booth at IBS 2023, where we're here with Joel. Who are you, Joel?
Yeah. So my intro is typically Joel Walsman, CEO and Master Electrician of Jefferson Electric, and I happen to be Span certified as well.
Nice. Okay, so Span, you don't know about it. If you do, then you know it's a smart sub panel. Something that I think kind of revolutionized
100%.
sub panels in general.
100%.
I think one of the first smart panels on the market.
Yes, absolutely. And not just smart, but genius. The amount of intelligence that's built in here surpasses everything else that's on the market right now.
So we are certified at CNC Electric as a Span installer. We have one Span in the field. I think we were one of like the first 50 in California
Awesome.
that was installed in
I'm
Napa.
jealous.
So we have 3 Tesla Powerwalls on it. It's been running for over a year, and nothing but improvements, nothing but good things from the beginning. So let's dive into why it's so cool. Obviously, just look at it, it's gorgeous. Is there any background on the design or where it came from or who started it? Because it kind of looks familiar, and I think there's some rumors, and I don't know if they're true or not, but.
So a former Tesla higher-up brought Tesla Solar Roof, Tesla Powerwall to market, also the founder of Span. So you get the same elegant, simple, clean, aesthetically attractive that the electrical manufacturing companies are not typically known for in Span, like you have with Tesla.
So we were shooting on the podcast with Matt Risinger, the Build Show podcast, and that was one thing that I touched on when I first heard about a smart panel. I was like, oh, good. It's going to be impossible to find breakers. So that was one of the first things that kind of blew me away was like, nope, we're using breakers that are off the shelf that you could go get from any supplier.
All
and so
standard.
They already have a mix match of breakers in there, which is rad because they're showing off that they will work with more than just, it's not a proprietary breaker. It actually is Square D. You see them everywhere. Color Hammer, Siemens, the big boys.
All of them, yep.
And so overview, have you ever seen a panel that's backlit? Like that's just cool, but it's like just grazing the surface of what it actually does. I think the biggest selling point for us as an electrical contractor is the fact that we're from California. So batteries and solar is insane. It's almost required now, not the batteries, but the solar is. Yes. So energy management is what set me, blew me away initially, is that you have full control over your loads. What is it, a microprocessor between the standard busing. So we have individual control, over each load.
Yep.
I think the thing that excited me most when I first saw it, not just the breakers, but how old is panel technology? Like you said, we've seen the same gray boxes, and we do custom homes. So, when you just look at this, not only does it function, its form is insane. And so a lot of the custom homes that we're working on, they see this and they're like, we got to have it in our house. But enough about the aesthetics. I think we want to kind of talk about the energy management portion of it.
For sure.
The energy monitoring. How crazy has the software gotten? Do you know how many revisions since the first one, I think, was you can monitor each load, current, weekend energy usage, which is huge. You don't have to use a battery, so you could just install it in a house without batteries and without solar.
That's true. Span is a standalone product. In fact, it would be the central component. It's like the central nervous system is what it is.
So that's a good way of, I like that.
You don't have to have the whole energy profile in your home or portfolio. You can start with Span and you can build from there. And this provides the intelligence to expand more cost effectively in a genius fashion.
Yeah. And then not only batteries, solar integration, load management. So when we talk about load management, we're talking about energy or a backup to a house. We're using batteries a lot now.
Yep.
And so we have a power outage. We have one Tesla Powerwall, which I think they're like 14 kW.
Boom. Yep.
But 14 kW is not going to last forever on a home. So I think the biggest insane thing to think about is you have an outage. We're on battery backup, so there's no more utility.
Right.
We're running our house on our battery. We can now set our load priority from, high, medium, and low, or priority, less
Must
priority.
have, nice to have,
Okay.
and
There it is.
non-essential. Yeah.
I love it. So that's like crazy to think about. You could be gone, you can lose power, and you don't even have to be home to go turn off things so you can conserve your power.
That's it. You can
It's insane.
optimize your energy equation, and you can set the scenes ahead of time so that when you lose power, it automatically falls into the critical loads energy management system of your choice. And then if you want to change it on the fly based upon whether you're home or not home, you've gotten a push notification, you've been notified, and now you can start to modify your equation like, oh, I'm out of town, I lost energy.
Yeah.
Let's just put it on
Yeah.
minimal reserve and keep the house warm.
We might
I don't
be
want
out
any
for
pipes
X
to
amount of
freeze.
days.
Let's run the sump pump. And you'll get that, exactly like you said, CJ, you'll get that real-time notification with how much runtime you have on that battery. And then if the sun comes out and the solar starts to regenerate, if you've got that, it'll automatically update. So you're getting the whole profile. It's doing the math for you, and it's making you look good.
Yeah, I just love it. It's crazy. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's the only one on the market that actually is. There are other guys out there. There's other companies that are saying they're working on it, but I don't think anything else. I mean, these are for sale at our local supply houses. So enough about the panel. The newest guy to the Span team is him.
Boom.
So EV charger.
That's it.
Again, we're in California. The EV market's crazy.
No more gas stations, right? That's off the table.
Yeah, we still got a few, but eventually
I think you can't get any more permits now.
Yeah,
Is that right?
It's gonna get crazy. We're not quite there, but the EV market's just nuts. Everyone's got one, and every house we wire, if they don't have one, they've already ordered one.
Yeah.
So EV charger at home. I think I know why this is special. Is we can throttle back, right? So if we have a small electrical service, maybe 100 amps, you can use the software to throttle back in real time how much power you're actually putting into your car to not exceed your service. Whereas like a normal EV charger is plug it in, valve on, full blast, or off. So this guy is allowing us to throttle the current going into the battery. Is that, or the battery of the car? Is that how?
Yeah, you totally nailed it. So standard American home has a 200 amp electrical panel. That's by far the most common. No question about it.
Yeah, exactly.
So you add max level 2 rate of charging at home, which is a 60 amp breaker and a continuous load.
Yeah.
So it's a massive draw. And a lot of homes,
it is
they
the
can't handle
largest.
it.
I tell homeowners all the time that don't have an EV that their EV charger is likely the biggest electrical demand or draw in their house.
Nailed it.
More than a huge oven, more than a big AC unit.
Right.
And so they just are like, whoa. But the pros outweigh the cons. But this guy helps with that because we have these little houses with little services that we don't have the juice. And so that's pretty rad. I don't think I've seen anybody else on the market with one.
Right. No, there's some like add-on components, and you can piece it together with the different manufacturers, and you can make it happen.
Some of the cars, I think, might.
Yeah, but you're not going to get it in one integration like this.
Gotcha.
And it's going to be automated. So you plug it in and you walk away.
Okay.
And the Span drive is going to maximize the rate of charge based upon the available current without overloading anything. So it's maintaining safety, it's maximizing opportunity, and it's doing it automatically.
So I think it's pretty obvious. We definitely were talking super technical, but I think once someone is on the market for an EV, an electric vehicle, they're forced to be educated about it. And then they realize, whoa, I need to upgrade my service, and it's a $10,000.
That's it.
So it's like a big buzzkill. So we're only talking, I think it's under $1,000.
Yeah,
and
well under.
It's crazy to think that, that's a fix all for a house that might not have the power, or it's just not in the budget or necessary to upgrade. So it's not like, I just bought a $50,000, $67,000, $80,000 car. Now I gotta get a new house or a new electrical service, and it's not the case with Span.
Yeah,
Cool.
Yeah, so you're gonna get maximum performance. You're gonna get outdoor all-weather rating on both the drive and the panel.
I love it.
You get the beautiful trim kit. You get the nice matching aesthetic. You get a J1772, which will charge anything on the market.
Cool.
You're gonna get all the performance and all the automation with all the safety without all the cost.
And again, I keep going back to the aesthetics, but I don't know about you. I mean, this is insane. And I do have homeowners where they're like, that's not an ugly gray sub panel. So anyways, Joel, I won't keep you any longer. You're busy.
CJ.
Everyone's crowding around the booth.
Appreciate it.
I want to show you another smart panel, but this is something I've been super excited about. And I think this one hits a mark that no other company actually has right now. That being said, check this bad boy out. So the reason I like this smart panel versus some of the other ones, some of the other big players in the market where you need a proprietary panel, Eaton has actually created a smart breaker. That being said, it fits in a standard Eaton BR panel, panel that you might have in your house right now. The best part about it is these breakers are networked through the Wi-Fi, and you can remotely control them, which you can't do with a normal standard breaker. And one of the really exciting things too, besides being able to remotely control it, is the ability to monitor the energy that you're using in your house, which interfaces with this awesome app that I think a lot of people will find useful in, in an event that you have a battery. That's probably one of the biggest reasons that people are wanting smart panels is load shedding. But I think that a homeowner can use this panel regardless of if they're using energy storage. Everyone wants to know how much energy they use. And so this app's awesome for that. So once you have the smart breakers installed, it's as easy as linking it up. You can monitor your energy whether you're home or away, which is super cool. And each breaker has the ability to remotely turn it off. So if you want to turn something off that you left on, is a huge feature, not needing to load shed. I think this is one of the features that every homeowner can use, is the fact that you have every single metric of your house electricity at the fingertips. So check this out. You can actually dive in to energy usage by exact 24 hours, 7 days. You can zoom out and see the actual month. So I think it'll help with sustainability or how much your electricity bill is. I think that's important, and I think it's something that everyone will find use in. Back to the fact that we can install this in a retrofit application if you have this panel already. That's what I love. Eaton's integrating surge suppression into the sub panel inside, which is something that you've probably seen these on homes. Surge suppressions are vital. You should have one on every home, but Eaton has now created a way to have it integrated into their panels, where traditionally this would be stabbed on the side of it. So it's another clean install, but also for a home that you care about your devices, power is not always quality. So surge suppression is something that's important, and I like that Eaton has now integrated that into the panel, standardizing the fact that every house should have one. They're just making it easier, and I really like that. So every remodel, every build has strips of LED because it's so easy to install, but this is even easier and has features that other companies, I've never seen this, so check it out. What's so cool about it is it's wireless. Not completely wireless, but actually wireless as far as the install goes. They have these contacts on the end that are supplied via this rail that is routed into the side. And why is it so cool is because check out this style, how skinny this is. In an install like this, it would be so hard to get a wire in a design like this. But look at this. This contact, how rad is that? This contact makes contact with this channel that is recessed in it and supplied via low voltage in a remote transformer. And how slick is that? So where I see this being so cool is in an application like this, where if you want your shelf to move up and down after the fact, it's just a matter of moving the pins and moving the shelf up. But you don't have to rewire it. That's super cool. And then where I really see it being useful and opening up so many doors to different possibilities to install is maybe a kitchen cabinet where you have doors and it's, you know, something that you're moving your cabinet shelves up and down for whatever reason, you want to change the height. You can light each shelf individually and we can get rid of having to require a designer to have glass shelves because we got a channel on every single shelf. I mean, mind-blowing that this is actually possible. It's just super cool. So, Hayfla LED stuff, they make a whole bunch of stuff. It's not just this, but this is the one that I'm nerding out on IBS. We're in the Halo booth, and we're with the master, Travis, with Halo that knows everything about it. I want to show off something that caught my eye, the Halo QuickLink.
Yep.
I think this serves a purpose. I think we go through these trade shows and we see gimmicky things that aren't necessarily useful. This is useful. It's not gimmicky. It's really cool. So what it is remote driver, right? Yep. So line voltage in. This guy will hide up in your attic or, you know, out of sight. And what Halo does, I think, is offer, I think it's a kit. Explain a little bit. I don't want to say I think, but I think it's cool.
So QuickLink is really all about speed. We've got one remote power supply and junction box, up to 40 feet of low voltage cable.
So it comes with 40 feet.
Yep. And then you got 4 fixtures in the box. So that's your base kit. And then from there you can add individual fixtures. We have different fittings. So we've got the 1/2-inch thin HLBs, so you can cut a hole anywhere if you're doing remodeling work. We also have the LT, which has a little bit of regression, a little bit more visual comfort.
So that was what I was like, that's cool, because I love these and they are awesome. Like you said, we can cut these in. We've seen the wafer cans, they've been out for a while.
Yep.
They're really useful in a remodel application where you got a finished ceiling and you lay out your grid where you want your lights to go and you hole saw in and you hit a stud.
Yeah.
And typically that was a no-go, so these were a game changer.
Totally.
You can put them in, they're a 1/2 inch thick.
Yep.
It's rock and roll. But the only thing that I lose sometimes is the visual with the regression. So we got that, so that checks that box. And then I just love the fact that, you know, this for production builds, I think labor saver. From an install standpoint, you were telling me about the cables, self-healing. This is crazy.
So it's just like what you'd see in landscape lighting, right? We've got
these connectors,
main transformer, low voltage cable, all the fixtures just twist connect onto that long length of cable.
So I run this cable, pop these can lights in,
twist connect on, 15 seconds per. I mean, we've run the times trials. It's literally 85% faster wiring time than running Romex everywhere. So speed, you're not spending on all that Romex. We know copper's not getting any cheaper. And you can add individual fixtures, up to 11 fixtures on one run.
I love it. And electricians out there, or the tech guys that are gonna hate on this, it's a low voltage connection. So it's not, we're not talking a Wago compression connection where we know in line voltage, 120 volt applications, you know, the technical, they fail sometimes.
Yes.
I don't like that compression connection in line voltage, but in low voltage, we've been doing it forever in landscape lighting. I like that you said the jacketing self-healing, so if you make a termination, you move it, but we're talking low voltage. The ability to run the low voltage cable versus the line voltage cable, not only is it safer, it opens up a whole wide array of areas you can install these in. We can't get Romex in certain areas for code reasons. It's got to be concealed. That low voltage, we don't have to abide by the NEC's code of where we can run it. We can run low voltage cable anywhere. So I'm looking like decks or trellises outdoors, weather rating, like that. It's cool. The concept is wild and I love it. So thank you, Travis. You're the man.
Appreciate your time,
we
CJ.
love Halo.
Absolutely.
We'll check you on the next one.
Build Show Network's newest contributor, CJ Nelson from CNC Electric. Great job, CJ. Super fun videos. Always love to see what's new and cool from a different perspective than mine. Now, guess what, guys? This week, every single day, we've got new content from the International Builder Show, so stay tuned. And if you want to see more of CJ, Here's his Instagram handle. He's posting incredible videos and photos from his job sites. I mean, he just does gorgeous houses with some of the builders he works with in California. And below in the description, I'll have a link to CJ's page on buildshownetwork.com. He's publishing a video every single Friday. I'm so thankful to have CJ join the network. Guys, if you're not currently a subscriber, hit that subscribe button. You know, we've got new content here every Tuesday and every Friday. Follow us on TikTok or Instagram. Otherwise, we'll see you next time on The Build Show.